you want, 'cause I look way too good tonight. I'm all out of sight. I'm all out of salt. Not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. I'm all out of sight. I'm not gonna cry. Gonna give you what you want, 'cause I look way too good tonight. I'm all out of sight. Tears are running dry. Won't give you what you want, 'cause I look way too good tonight. I'm all out of sight. I'm all out of salt.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Now better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket, can't have me. I'll be the president one day. Jam me first. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one picking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit. Speaking of this gun. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like a winning majestic, that's on. G5 in the US to Taiwan. I hope to say that. I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. I'm a body boy, let's way back. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
The mountains high, walk on water. I got power, feel so royal. 1 second, I'ma strike for you. Diamond, platinum, no more for you. That adrenaline, never giving in. Giving up's not an option, gotta get it in. Witness, I got the heart of 20 men. No fear, go to sleep in the lion's den. That flow, that spark, that crown. You're looking at the king of the jungle now. Stronger than ever, can't hold me down. 100 miles running full of bitches, wow. Straight game face, it's game day. See me running through the crowd full of melee. No trick plays, I'm Bill Gates. Take a genius to understand me.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
Gotta love the life that we live in.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a good feeling, yeah.
stuff, but I'm really happy to see you guys here. So this is personally so exciting for me because I, in full transparency, have never seen or knew that traditional ISDs hosted Senior Signing Day. And I come from a district that religiously hosted Senior Signing Day, so this is personally very exciting for me. So I want to welcome you guys all to this year's class of 2021 Senior Signing Day, and hello to everyone seeing us virtually. I want to take a minute to acknowledge what a year it's been. I know, we're tired of hearing the name, but COVID, right? Goodness, what a hit it's been. Learning remotely, being unsure of so many things, learning and having to adjust to so many others, but going through your senior year in the middle of a pandemic is not an easy feat, and you guys have done a tremendous job. I want to be sure, though, to acknowledge something I believe you guys don't give yourself enough credit for, and that's your resiliency. Your ability to bounce back, adapt, and say, you know what? Okay, it is what it is, so what's next? You deserve so much recognition for the commitment you've made to not giving up and making it through your high school years to graduation, especially during such a tough year. Many of the traditions that you looked forward to for so many years were stripped away or altered, but you adjusted accordingly. Please don't lose that momentum and use this time of the year to reignite your energy. Find and keep, or don't let go of what has carried you through these years, especially this one. Some of you may feel like you didn't do enough, like you could have done more, but I'm here to tell you this isn't the end of something, but an opportunity. It's a beginning for something new. It's a beginning to a new chapter. Use these events and milestones to capture small motivational moments that you'll resort to when the going gets tough, when the days just get too long, when the subjects seem too hard, or when the resources just don't seem like enough. Think back to now and know that you can only exceed what you've accomplished this far. So in thinking about what I wanted to talk to you guys about today and having the opportunity to share a few words with you, I realized that I haven't had too many opportunities to share my story with you guys. So my message to you is simple. I was in your shoes. Graduation and my senior signing day came in a blink of an eye, and I felt as though I never got to raise that 2.7 GPA. Yep, full transparency, 2.7 right here. I never got to join that extra club, and that college essay just wasn't enough, didn't get accepted to a few. I missed the deadline on some scholarships, and those financial aid conversations with my dad were just a little tough. But here I am. I made it. I graduated. I enjoyed these moments leading up to my graduation, knowing full well that these next years were going to be a challenge, but that I'd made a promise to myself to fight and push myself to new limits. So I pieced together micro moments captured in the days leading up to graduation, whereas my goal became to use college as an opportunity to accomplish all of the things I wasn't serious about or sure enough about to achieve in high school. I wanted to maintain and graduate with at least a 3.0 GPA, check. Be a part of some organizations, check. Have a job, check. And discover what I was truly capable of accomplishing, which was quite a bit. Sure enough, I graduated with my Bachelor's of Science in Agriculture and Animal Science from Stephen F. Boston, all while maintaining a job on campus and leadership positions in several organizations, but not without remembering those moments I'm telling you guys to capture where I'd made a promise to myself. I guarantee you there will be moments when it's simply easier to just give up. In that moment, reference this year or any moment that has truly marked a difference maker for you to just keep going. I know those snapshots already exist for you and you will continue to capture them in life. A moment where a teacher taught you something and you finally understood it. A moment where a mentor urged you to try just one more time, or when you maybe simply learned that you were capable alone of figuring something out on your own. I promise you we subconsciously place these moments in an album that we reference in times when we seek motivation to continue to prove to ourselves we can go just a little further, push a little more on these new endeavors. You're replaying some of those moments in your head right now, I know it. I distinctly remember a moment back to my senior year when I was waiting to be released to go to first period. We used to gather in the Great Hall. We used to be housed in a church. So I'll tell you guys more about my story if you're curious later on. But I distinctly remember a moment back to my senior year when we were waiting to be released to first period and the news had made its way to me. I graduated with a class of 42 other students and we'd known each other since the 6th grade. So news travels pretty fast. Myra, you got the Gates Scholarship? As she was packing her backpack frivolously, surely because she was either finishing up some work from the previous day or preparing for the day, she excitedly replied with a simple yet ecstatic, "Yeah, girl." So she doesn't know this, and she'll even probably deny it now, but in this instance and in many others, she was clearly marked as an inspirational person to me. But this lady is the protagonist of one of those moments for me. Every once in a while, you admire and you aspire. I was amazed at how effortless it seemed, or how easily things happened for Myra. But the truth is, it wasn't easy, and it's still not. But we strive and continue to reset goals, all the while we reference these moments that shape what inspire us. And guess what? I guarantee you that when the time came, she too had those snapshots she referenced to motivate her to seek new challenges. She's recently named the Director of Learning and Design at the Emerge Fellowship. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you my friend, Miss Myra Valle.
Thank you so much, Lily. She was about to make me cry.
I was about to try to.
But it's important to know that she also inspires and inspires me consistently, as she has with all of you. So, good morning, everyone. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of participatory moments throughout the evening / morning. So I'm going to ask again. Good morning, everyone. Awesome. So thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Lily. For many of you may not know this, but Lily and I go back, way back to 2003. Britney Spears was really popular, Nelly Furtado was popular, and yes, the classic Selena, which is always in style. But back in 2003, we were 5th graders at a church on the north side of Houston, Texas. Yes, we were part of the 2nd class at Yes Prep, which meant that we were only the 2nd school to introduce senior signing day to the city of Houston. Now we've been able to see it extend past Yes Prep and into most schools, which is really exciting to see. Lily is familia through and through, and I'm so thrilled to have been invited to be here today. Today's a full circle moment for us. Lily and I both remember when we declared where we were going to college nearly a decade ago. And you all have earned the same moment today. Can you give yourselves a round of applause for getting here? So while I have your attention this morning, I would love to share a part of my journey with you, if that's okay. My name is Mayra Valle, and I'm a proud Houston, Texas Northsider. I'm cumbias and quinceañeras. I am red lipstick and hoop earrings. I'm hermana at church on Sundays and amiga everywhere else. I'm sister, daughter, prima, niece, and my favorite, mija, to the people that care about me in my life. I'm warm hugs and affirmations. I am reflection and self-growth. I am unapologetic advocacy. I am me, but I am only me because of the community that made me. Now, these statements are true, or I hope that they're true. But when I was sitting in seats like yourselves over a decade ago, these statements would have felt so foreign to me. I was all those things then, but I couldn't see it in myself. Let me walk you through what I could see, or what felt real at the time. As I open the door, I'm welcomed by a familiar smell of chocolate de abuelita, cafecito, pan dulce, flour tortillas on the comal. I'm sorry I'm making everybody hungry this morning. But my cousins and I would place our backpacks on the couch, right before being greeted by Abuelita Bruna, who would give us 4 head kisses before breakfast. She would gesture us towards the table where we'd all sit for breakfast before school. We began our day with comical stories about our latest crushes in elementary school to the fun stories about our family's youth. From stories of working in El Rancho in Mexico to moving to the United States with 12 kids. Yes, my grandmother had 12 kids. We would all revel in her rebel spirit. The older I got, though, the conversations that happened at her table became deeper. The prevalent interwoven stories of financial instability, lack of political representation, and an abundance of discrimination created the tapestry of my family's experience in the US. These conversations began at the age of 7, maybe sooner, but that's as far as I remember. But they began at Abuelita's table every morning, and they followed me well into adulthood. They went from chats about being underpaid and underappreciated to heated discussions about things that weren't right, things that were not equitable, things that were unjust. We didn't know oppression by name, but let me tell you, we knew it by experience. We knew what it felt like. Let me tell you a little bit about my family. My dad is a landscaper, and I remember him walking through the door at 9 p.m. most days with sweat stained on his shirt because he was working under the Texas heat for most days out of the month in 90 to 100 degree weather. Growing up, my mom cleaned houses, and the remnants of handling toxic chemicals and scrubbing to keep things clean left her with almost no fingerprints in her hands. And I'm not speaking hyperbolically, that is true. She'll go to the doctor and people are like, oh my gosh, you have no fingerprints, why is that? And she feels this pressure about what to say. Today, my mom's a nanny though, and I'm still in awe of the fact that she raised my brother and myself while still having the capability to love and care for other people who she didn't make. How could she have the corazón to have the capacity to love so many, so ferociously? I often wondered. I would also see my uncles with sunburned arms and my tias with calloused hands. They wore the burden of injustice on their bodies every single day. These images always motivated me to try and be better, to try and not let them down, to honor the sacrifices that they had made to invest in my education. Nothing I could ever do was harder than what they had been through. But no one and no place validated those experiences like Abuelita's house and sitting at her table. We knew we could share our stories without judgment, but only in abundance of love. Yes, and sometimes there was that occasional rant that ended in, pues pelea, diles que no está bien. We'll fight, let them know this is not okay. We would say this and laugh because we still knew that every month, groceries, bills, mortgage payments, loans still had to be paid. Abuelita's table taught us, though, that we could feel how we felt with no reservations and no fear of judgment. This begged the question, though, why were these conversations that are so important limited to Abuelita's house? Why didn't every place feel like that? The answer surprised me. The table that existed in the real world was limited. And this is when it gets real. The table where decisions were being made didn't send invitations to people in my zip code. The table that sat the decision makers of our world didn't look like me or my friends. All that to say, the table wasn't as welcoming as Abuelita's table. For a while, this deterred me from thinking I could pull up a chair, sit down, stand tall, and say, I'm here, I'm worthy of sitting at this table, here are my ideas and why you should care about them. What I often thought about, though, was, what if I'm not good enough? What if they made a mistake? What if they find out that I'm somehow not qualified? What if they kick me out because I'm not like them? I felt like I couldn't escape that feeling of worry, anxiety, intimidation, and unworthiness. How many of us have ever been in spaces that feel like that? Raise your hand. That's a lot of us. That's a lot of us. And it's an awful feeling, right? Like many of you, I chose to pursue a college education because surely getting a college degree would mean that I would be able to sit at the table and advocate for people like me without having to prove myself. Now, as the first in my family to think about going to college out of state, this was huge for us. Although I applied to college, it didn't stop my internal battle with self-doubt. A lot of teachers were in awe of how many schools I applied to. Myra's such a good student. But they didn't know the secret. The secret was I didn't believe in myself. I actually applied to, drum roll please, thank you so much, 23 colleges around the country. Which is nice on paper, but I applied to so many because the thought in my head was, what if I don't get in anywhere? What if I don't get in anywhere? Let's apply all over the place. No lie, I applied to schools in Hawaii, in California, New York, Miami. I applied to schools in Abu Dhabi. Like, it was a mess, okay? And I wish someone had told me, you're gonna get all of the successes that you want. Why does your brain go to the negative? And for me, it was interesting because to my surprise, I did get incredible options at the end. But as soon as I chose to attend Connecticut College, all of my family was so proud of me, which was awesome. But I have to confess something with you. As they were giving me hugs and, giving me speeches about how proud they were, the only thing I continued to think in my head was, y'all, there is nothing special about me. Nothing. I had simply been given privilege and opportunity that my family members didn't have. The beautiful minds that taught me about the importance of education and civic engagement could never fully execute those brilliant ideas in a formal college classroom. They were just as worthy as I was, and they would have been just as successful, but they were excluded from spaces of power. But I didn't know why. To be honest, they never had a choice, because the choice was made for them. This led me to a key revelation that I have kept with me my entire life. Every single day, my life is impacted by the decisions of those who sit at important tables. Whether people are CEOs, presidents, directors, or producers, they help us make choices about our lives. From what you decide to wear, to what you eat, to the opportunities that are available to you. Best believe someone is in a room making decisions that impact you. As Waltrip Rams, as leaders, as students, and community members, who knows this neighborhood better than you? No one. Who knows what this community needs better than you? No one. Who has real solutions for how to help the community they came from better than you? No one. We often compare ourselves to the norm and what that looks like. But it's a huge disservice to ourselves. Instead of seeing how you're uniquely equipped to make change in the world and your community, we often see how much we don't look like what we're supposed to. No more. No more. Your fear of failing shouldn't be greater than your belief in your success. I'm going to say that again because I wish someone had told me this at this age. Your fear of failing should not be greater than your belief in your success and yourselves. Do you want to know why? Because you've already been sitting at Abuelita's table for 4 years. Look around you. Actually, take a minute and look around you. These are the classmates that have stayed up with you to work on projects. They've created study groups with you to succeed in class. They've encouraged you on your journey when it got too challenging. They showed up for your sporting events and cheered you on when you got into your dream school or got your dream job. None of us are immune to the ups and downs of life, but there is choice in how we give support to others and how we get support from others. Every day we make the choice of inviting people to sit at our table with our words and our actions. You make the choice to build relationships that will help you find a seat at the table or create your own from scratch. Yes, the ultimate goal is for you to sit at the head of your table, but it starts here with the small stuff, the inconvenient stuff, the stuff that you feel like no one sees. Think about all the spaces that make you feel welcomed, affirmed, supported, and authentic. Create that for other people. Welcome people who have felt excluded. Listen to those who feel unheard. Support those who may not know how to ask for help. Because here's the secret to sitting at the table. No one gets there alone. Nobody, without exception. Everybody needs someone. I got A's in school because friends like Lily patiently walked me through algebra. I became president of the largest organization on campus in college because an upperclassman looked at me one day and said, I want you to finish what I start here after I graduate. I worked at the cafeteria in college for all 4 years. Not a very glamorous job, but I loved it because the conversations with the cooks reminded me of my home. Filled with Spanish conversations and the occasional dance break throughout the day, I walked across that stage to receive my degree in 2014. But when I look at it now, I only see the names of everyone who helped me get there. From Lily in 2003, to my mom and my friends, all the way through now in 2021. So know that you don't get here alone, and that's okay. When in doubt, don't compete. Make room. Pull up a chair. Always find another seat. Because those who you support along the way are going to pave your path to success. When new people come to the table, welcome them. Connect them to people you know. Those networks are only going to get bigger. When the table no longer serves you, build a new one. Build your own. This one's hard, but trust that you can build something new, something necessary. You are Waltrip Rams. You are community dreams and familial ties. You are family sacrifices manifested today. You are fighters. You are legacy. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are at the head of your table, today, forever, always. Just remember, Abuelita's table is what you make it, so build it wisely. Thank you.
Just give me a moment. How do we follow that, right? When I asked Myra, I was like, there's no doubt beyond my mind that in her work that she's done when she graduated back in 2014 from Connecticut College. From Connecticut College. She ultimately went over to Connecticut after applying to all of those places, but there was no doubt in my mind that all of the work she's done back in Houston now and everything you've done has just truly shaped you, and I'm so glad that you guys get to hear this virtually as well. In my pie in the sky, I would love to have everyone here and have all these conversations with you all, and this year has just really truly been trying for staff and for students. So I'm grateful. I think you put a really pretty bow on such a tired year, so I truly appreciate that. All right, so thank you again. I just want to share one other thing. When I was listening back to what I was saying at the beginning, how crazy is that? She didn't feel like she was enough. And even then, I looked at her starstruck. How crazy is that? I'm pretty sure you guys have moments where, like she said, we all inspire. She was at my table. So that just kind of blew my mind when you were mentioning that. But so another round of applause for Myra, please. So at this time, we will begin declarations. You will be ushered to line up at the right-hand side, at your right-hand side, one by one, and I will call your name, declare which college you will be attending this fall. Ms. Aguilar will take your photo at this backdrop over here while you wait to be called. You will also walk across the stage and receive an oath from Ms. Raleigh, and then you will exit the stage and actually sign our senior signing day banner. There are markers hanging over there, so sign your name. And then you can take a seat wherever you'd like on the left-hand side, but just make sure that you maintain social distancing. Alrighty? Okay, so just give me a quick second for everybody to go to their positions, and we will begin. Alrighty, Chase Adams, This fall, he will be attending the University of Arkansas. Vince Alvarez will be attending Houston Community College in the fall. Taylor Anderson will be attending Louisiana State University in the fall. Alexandra Bagby will be attending the University of Nebraska at Lincoln in the fall. Osvaldo Valderas will be attending Jarvis College in the fall. Brianna Bell Cooper will be attending Houston Community College this fall. David Cano will be attending the University of Houston at downtown this fall. Glecy Carranza will be attending Lone Star College this fall. Omar Cruz will be attending the University of Houston main campus this fall. Dominic Gaithan will be attending the University of Houston main campus this fall. Julissa Godina will be attending the University of Houston main campus this fall. Grace Scovella will be attending Houston Community College this fall. Marina Hernandez will be attending the University of Houston main campus this fall. Taya. Taya Hicks will be attending Texas Southern University this fall. Sergio Iraeta Enriquez will be attending Lone Star College this fall. Kevion Johnson will be attending Paul Quinn College this fall. Miss Kalani Johnson will be attending Texas A&M University at College Station this fall. Sabrina Lopez will be attending Lone Star College this fall. Mia Manzanares will be attending Houston Baptist University this fall. Kanasia Miller will be attending Northwestern State University this fall. James Munsinger will be attending Texas A&M University at College Station this fall. Jordan O'Veal will be attending Prairie View A&M University this fall. Nellie Pena will be attending University of Houston main campus this fall. Samantha Palomo will be attending Houston Baptist University this fall. Guillermo Memo Perez Negron will be attending Texas A&M University at College Station this fall. Ashley Ramirez will be attending Houston Community College this fall. Mr. Caleb Richardson will be attending Texas State University this fall. Matthew Rivera will be attending Sam Houston State University this fall. Michael Rogers will be attending Prairie View A&M University this fall. Asia Sadberry will be attending Texas Southern University this fall. Citlali Urbano will be attending Texas State University this fall. Samantha Uribe will be attending University of Houston main campus this fall. Ainsley Van Dyke will be attending the University of Texas at Tyler this fall. Evan Webster will be attending Texas A&M University at College Station this fall. Main campus this fall. Christian Williams will be attending the University of Houston downtown this fall. Grace Novella will be attending Houston Community College this fall. Jose Zavala will be attending the University of Houston main campus this fall. Campus this fall. Alrighty, another round of applause for everyone. As I mentioned earlier, I want to take a moment to acknowledge where we can have the entire college here to enjoy this moment, but we must work with what we can. And if you've been inspired today, I want you to share that moment with your family. Johnson will be attending Paul Quinn College. Before we continue, I'd like to invite Jordan and Will to the podium to share a few words with you. Grace Novella will be attending Houston Community College this fall.
Hello everybody, virtual and here. I know, like she said, we don't have the whole class here, but I would still like to speak to y'all and the people who are online. My name is Jordan. I'm your class president this year, and we're here today to celebrate the seniors moving on to higher education. And it's sort of a bittersweet moment seeing all of us graduate, but we're still coming to the end of our high school experience. I feel that this event is important because it highlights the start of our next journey. We also work hard to get ourselves to this point. Those all-nighters, stretching over grades, some have to balance work and school, and let's not forget the pandemic and everything else we had to endure these 4 years. But I'm glad to see all of y'all here, and I'm glad y'all are starting a new journey, which is college. Graduation is 16 days away. I can't wait to see y'all walk across that stage. And I'm proud of all of y'all and what y'all are gonna do after high school. Before I wrap up, I ask you guys to take a moment to reflect peer to peer. I ask you to set a goal today. What do you wanna accomplish? Where do you wanna see yourself in the next 4 to 6 years? If that's a bit of a tough ask, then at least envision yourself beyond your time here. I know we are in more of a dependent role, but in a few weeks, we aren't going to be able to rely solely on our parents to handle everything for us. In your moments of reflecting, do you like what you see? If not, I ask you to take the necessary steps to get to where you want to be, one step at a time. Please don't be afraid to ask for help. Earlier we had, what was her name? Miss Myra. We had her speak about how you need to ask for help. You can't do everything by yourself. So please ask for help if you need it. You still have your friends, your parents, and your mentors here and in college. So in college, you don't feel alone. You still have your mentors there. We're stepping in more of an independent role, but being independent does not mean that you don't have people to rely on. You still have people. So again, I urge you to have a vision and make that vision your reality.
Thank you so much, Jordan. As he mentioned and as we stressed today, you're going to come to several crossroads, so know that you have within you and surrounding you all that it takes to find the inspiration to continue to pursue. So without further ado, I would like for you to now take a moment to actually read the paper you hold in your hands. So I'll give you guys some time. I'm gonna read it like I'm a student, just so people at home can also see what you guys are reading. Marina Hernandez will... I announce my intention to attend the following college. I promise to present my high school well in my academic, personal, professional, and social endeavors, and to be a responsible citizen in my community. I will encourage other young people to do the same. When given the opportunity, I will be an effective mentor. I promise to successfully finish my post-secondary education. I hereby commit to continue my education and training after high school. So no matter how long it takes, you guys will learn what a victory lap is, I'm sure. But no matter how long it takes, today you make a commitment to fulfill something and to finish it and see it through. So it's that time. We've declared which colleges you're going to. We've said a few words to inspire you, but here's a moment of truth. Today you make an oath to continue. You make a promise to you to complete your education no matter what the road ahead looks like. Our ushers passed out pens, so we'll take a few moments to do this. I would like to invite you to now reflect and truly internalize what you are doing. Once you're ready, please write your name and the name of the school you are attending. Reread it once it's complete, and this document is yours to keep, just as the promise to pursue must be kept as well.
I hereby commit to continue my education.
When you are done, you can hand your pens back in and wait for
how long it takes.
direction.
When given the opportunity, I will be an effective mentor. I promise to successfully finish my...
Gonna play some music while you guys sign. How many of you guys respond like Myra did? Okay, we get Jordan got it. Anyone else? There we go, thank you. Okay, so another round of applause for you guys. It really is a tremendous thing you are doing today. That was a lot. At least for me it is. I don't know. I think we understand the gravity of what's going on. So I truly, truly hope that you guys do too. This is huge. But I want you to remember though that although this is serious, it is important to always enjoy the journey and to take every part of it in. We're so incredibly proud of you all. Some of you may have noticed that you received an envelope. Congratulations, you won a prize. You may redeem that with me before June 10th, okay? In order to accommodate for those of you who did not, or excuse me, for everybody viewing online, in order to accommodate for those of you who were not able to attend today because of AP testing or whatever may have come up, there will be other opportunities to win prizes, so be on the lookout. So we're at our final moments for the live stream, so I will bid everyone watching from home a farewell and thank you for joining us. So have a great day. What a great day to be a Ram. For anyone who is still here in person, we have further instructions for the remainder of the time, so please remain seated.